Welcome, everybody. I am Steve Call. I'm the Dean of the Graduate School of Journalism here at Columbia, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the 81st annual Mariah Moore's Cabot Prizes, the oldest awards in international journalism. Each year, these prizes honor outstanding journalists who are working in or writing about Latin America or the Americas more broadly. Tonight's winners are journalists who have dedicated their careers to understanding and reporting on often underreported, sometimes difficult terrain across our hemisphere, from Mexico to Nicaragua to our southern border here in the United States and Venezuela and beyond. And now for our 4 gold medal winners for lifetime achievement. Angela Kocherga, could you come up to the stage, please? Angela's career embodies the core mission of these prizes, which honor journalists who make significant contributions to inter-American understanding. She has made it her mission across her career to tell the stories of the borderlands where the United States and Mexico meet. For more than 30 years, she's chronicled these stories on television, on the radio, and print, sharing her deep knowledge of the border's ambiguity, its complexity from Texas to Tijuana. Nearly 2 decades ago, she was one of the first journalists to introduce viewers to the young Central Americans who risked their lives atop the train called the Beast, riding north with dreams of finding safety in the United States. When drug wars erupted across the line in Mexico, in northern Mexico, she went where other reporters feared to go, explaining the cartel's feuds and revealing their victims' sorrows, their families, and their experiences. She set the record straight when politicians tried to dehumanize a new surge of migrants, showing that they were often families in desperate need of asylum and protection. Angela Kocherga, for an accomplished career dedicated to reporting on the US-Mexico border and for furthering inter-American understanding, the trustees of Columbia University are honored to present you with the Maria Moore's Cabot Gold Medal. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. So honored to be here. Muy buenas noches. Thank you, Columbia University. Thank you, Cabot family. And thank you, jury, for this prestigious prize. And thank you, June Ehrlich. Congratulations to the fellow medalists. I'm humbled to be among you and the many who came before me, who represent the best of the Americas. I stand on the shoulders of so many colleagues, from television news directors to newspaper editors who believed in me, to the talented photographers who worked alongside me on both sides of the border. And I would not be here tonight without Alfredo Corchado, my significant other. Thank you, Alfredo, for your love and support, for sharing my passion for journalism and quest for truth. And Connie DeGrazia, my best friend since 9th grade. That's a long time. Thank you for your unwavering support and encouragement. I treasure our enduring friendship. Most of all, I'm grateful to my beautiful, brilliant mother, who is no longer with us but continues to inspire me every day. She raised me, my sister Mita, and my brother Peter on her own with some help from our grandmother, known as Gaga, the original Gaga, I might add. My mother's role in inspiring me to become a journalist cannot be overstated. She understood the power of words, the power of story, and made sure as a child that I always had a book in my hand. She encouraged my curiosity, my empathy for others, and instilled in me a sense of justice. My mother, an Irish American native of Chicago, also raised me on both sides of the border, from Mexico City, where I was born, to Guadalajara, and later the Rio Grande Valley of Texas. That experience as a child had a profound effect on who I am today, bilingual, bicultural, binational. Not either or, but more. It helped me achieve my goal as a journalist of serving as a bridge of understanding between the US and Mexico and beyond. I'm also very grateful to those who have entrusted me to tell their stories. The so many in Mexico have taught me about resilience and strength as they face what seems like an endless drug war. The tenacious people of Cuba, Honduran children fleeing gangland violence, the determined mothers of Guatemala, women looking north for that last chance. Today, you'll find the Latin America I've covered on the US-Mexico border. Cubans, Central Americans, Venezuelans, Brazilians, Nicaraguans, and again, a rising number of Mexicans, all seeking asylum amid a wave of harsh crackdowns. In the US, they've endured family separation and squalid, overcrowded holding cells, and now thousands wait in Mexico for their cases to be decided in the US immigration courts. I live just a few minutes away from the border wall, and the place where a well-armed US militia also set up camp, dressed in camouflage, waiting to stop Central American families who cross the border seeking asylum. I must admit now, as I report on mass murder, mass migration, and the humanitarian crisis on the border, I still feel like a bridge, but perhaps a broken bridge, or at least one badly in need of repair. Yes, these are dark days on the border. I dedicate this award to the people of the borderlands who have demonstrated resilience, strength, and courage. And let me end with just 3 quick things I never imagined I'd see despite my long journalism career. All happened in the last few months. First, Mexico's president, under a US tariff threat, deployed thousands of National Guard members to his country's both borders. Rather than fighting organized crime, those soldiers are now chasing down migrant parents and children who are hoping to reach the US so they can get to Border Patrol agents and turn themselves in and ask for asylum. Secondly, after years of covering massacres in Mexico, especially Ciudad Juarez, I found myself just 2 months ago reporting on a mass killing in El Paso, my hometown, at a Walmart on a Saturday morning. There is little doubt El Paso was targeted because of who we are and where we live. The alleged gunman drove nearly 700 miles, more than 10 hours, to the border, where he told police he came to kill Mexicans and stop the Hispanic invasion. We've heard this before at political rallies and in a barrage of presidential tweets, warning of an invasion by so-called criminals pouring across the border. This attack came from within. And finally, after raising the alarm about the dangers journalists in Mexico face, our colleagues, I never thought I'd find myself this evening at the Columbia Journalism School worrying about the need to protect the First Amendment and the lives of journalists in this country. So what do we do as journalists? Label purveyors of fake news, the enemy of the people, targeted and violent videos? Just like our colleagues throughout the Americas, we must keep fighting back with facts, digging deeper, working harder to hold the powerful accountable. Because words matter, words have consequences, and the truth is still our best defense. Thank you. Muchísimas gracias y buenas noches.
Could I please ask that the 2019 winners come up onto the stage for one last photo?